Thank you, Ahmed, for hosting me today, and thank you all for attending this session. Our discussion today about building AI platform and using NVIDIA DGX and the SUSE Rancher. Our agenda today is about AI strategy and its phases. Then we will go deeply through one of the main stage here, which is the technology and the infrastructure, and talk about AI platform and what is the scope of AI platform. After that, we will talk about building AI infrastructure and try to correlate it with the AI strategy and the objectives. Then jumping it in building AI platform on the top of DGX A100 and using Rancher. Then Ahmed from Rancher will talk about Rancher in more details and how it helps us in orchestrates the infrastructure and building email ops and the Kubernetes as a service as well. And then at the end, I will go through the machine learning workflow and main challenges when working with AI. Here, let's introduce myself first. I'm Adly. I am a chief architect for AI and analytics solutions by SCC. Please, Ahmed, could you introduce yourself?
Thank you, Amr, for the introduction. My name is Ahmed Shawki. I'm the technical team lead for SUSE and MENA region.
Okay, thank you, Ahmed. Here, you know that building AI in a project or even product or AI adoption, it is not a one-time interaction. It is like a journey. And for deploying artificial intelligence will transform how any organization operates and performs their activities. Achieving this transformation at scale has many challenges, including changing in the AI landscape of available technologies. And also, this journey begins with organization or company accept the need of AI. First, you have to integrate the main three pillars as a machine learning operations, data ops, and the dev ops. All together, you have to combine them in your AI journey. And let's go to the first station here, which is the AI strategy. Our AI strategy here contains five main stages: business strategy, AI priorities as a strategic and operational, data strategy, technology and the infrastructure, which is our focus today, and at the end is the skills and capacity. In reviewing or starting with the business strategy, you have to get the most out of AI. You have to be tied and correlated with your business strategy and your strategic goals. That's why in the first step when you are starting AI strategy is to review your business strategy. Otherwise, you will apply this AI for outdated strategy or even irrelevant business goals. So the organization here should ask some common questions like is our business strategy still right for us, or have our business strategy, our business priorities changes or need more modifications? And then after answering this kind of questions and reviewing your business strategy, you have to jump to the next stage, which is you have to move forward, which is a kind of AI priorities or definition of your AI priorities from a strategic and operational perspective. Then you have to identify this strategic priority. You have to identify how AI can help you to go there, and you have to identify and define the business process where the AI will support or play this goal for the long term sustainable advantage or the operational or in the short term, involving setting the performance metrics or the performance targets for this process. Answering some question also here will support you in this stage, like what are the top business priorities here in this stage, and what are the problems do we need to solve, and how can AI help to deliver these strategic goals, and what are AI priorities as a definition from after reviewing the business strategy. Then, after we finished this business strategy and the AI priorities, now we have the data strategy. This data strategy that the AI needs the data to start to work and give you the required outputs. Here, you have to review your data strategy in relation to each AI use case and highlight the key of data issues you have, like the definition of this AI use case also should be in the AI priorities as an operational and strategic one. So you have to define and ask yourself, do we have the right sort of data to achieve defined AI priorities and AI strategic and operational priorities? Or if we don't have this kind of data or the right type or the volume of data, how will we get it? And how well shall we get it directly from our systems or integrate or agree with the third party provider to help us in building our AI strategy? Now we are in the fourth stage, which is technology and the infrastructure. Here you have to identify the technology and the infrastructure to match your needs based on the previous stages, based on the business strategy, the AI priorities, and the data strategy. You need to uh, define this technology and the infrastructure as let me give you kind of a quick report that AI report. There is a 55% of companies had accelerated their AI adoption in 2020, and there is 67% expected to ramp it up because of the need of AI and the AI adoption. And also, knowing this AI technology will help you to achieve your priorities, like what is the right way to achieve these priorities? It's a machine learning or deep learning or what? Computer vision, natural language processing, or what? And also, what type of infrastructure we need to achieve these AI objectives? CPU, GPU based infrastructure, data storage options, and all of these elements. And at the end, for skills and the capacity, AI need like scalable and specific talents with a specific skills. So AI skills could be a real challenge here, and it's one of the main steps here. And you have to consider the reviewing your in-house AI skills and capabilities, and try to working out to build your own capabilities or integrate with other third party or vendors to help you in this stage.
That's interesting, Amr, and thanks for sharing that insight. I can see that we are touching already different pieces and different teams and different personas. So, from your experience, what's the people and personas that you need to onboard on this strategy to make it really happen?
Okay, thank you, Ahmed, for this question. It's a really good and important question here. In this AI strategy, you can see that as involve uh, all of the stakeholders in your company or organization. But your AI team and technical team should be involved from the first day when you are discussing and reviewing the business strategy here. And then in the first two stages you have to involve it with business team to review the business strategy and define the AR priorities, and then working with the data team here also. It's a very important and they should be involved with you in this stage. And technology and the infrastructure, you already have your AI team. For infrastructure, you should involve your infrastructure team. DevOps team should be here with you. And in the skills and the capacity, you should involve the people team and the human resources team to review the AI skills internally in your team and in your organization, and help you for creating training plans and upskilling for your team to build your own capabilities.
Thank you. Really interesting.
Thank you. Here and now we go through all of AI stages, and in this station we have to know what is the AI platform, what components of the platform should have, and also what can the platform do, and how it's going to help the business to achieve their goals using AI or even using this AI platform. AI platform definition, from the definition, it's a provide users or data scientists or AI engineers with a tool, and this tool help them to build these intelligence applications, and these platforms combine kind of intelligent algorithms and available data to build this smart business solution. So you have a problem and you have a platform and they have the AI engineers in the middle. And this engineer using the algorithms and tools provided by the AI platform, using available data, and then building this smart business solution to solve this problem. And also AI platform is used by AI engineers to create even the learning algorithm or using the pre-built algorithms and provided by the platform to take more benefits from the platform and without need for any intensive development skills. You can use a ready-made or the trained model in the AI platform. And this AI platform is a very similar to the platform as a service, and actually it is a platform at the end. But the main difference here, it's a kind of service that offering machine learning and deep learning options. So it is not kind of the platform like a database or any platform as a service, but in addition to it provide the user with the machine learning options. Now we are in the third station here. As we all know that AI projects it take a little bit long time. This long time may be due to the number of recurring obstacles, as like you don't have the consistent platform or lack of talents or even the obstacles coming from the data cleansing, accuracy of the data for the training of the AI model. So now we have this kind of, let's say, the sequence of building AI use case, starting with a business case, building your data ecosystem, and this, the blue rectangle here, contains the AI platform scope, which is starting with setting up the AI infrastructure, then building AI use case, scalable deployment of AI, and the productization of the model. And by the way, we could demonstrate a good value of AI by creating a POC and presenting it to the customer. But you have a main important task to deploy this model into production, so that you will need the AI platform in this case. When you go to production and when you deploy your models, you have to build or use this AI platform. As I mentioned, this AI platform or building AI platform starting with the sizing of storage and compute for AI dependencies, and building AI use case, you have to select the right technology in building AI like NLP, computer vision, or even predictive analytics. Also, define the effective performance metrics will be help in this stage. Uh, the third one is scalable deployment of AI may need kind of containerized environment to maintain scalability. And here, the role of Rancher and containers environment impact the development of AI model and building this model for even for the training or testing or inference to enable the user to consume the model at the end. And also scalability, or to go to scale as a from the storage or GPU or CPU resources is one of the main parameters here when you are building AI platform or scoping your AI platform building project. Now we have AI strategy. We define the AI platform and we scoping the AI platform. After this definition of AI platform scope, we have to define the AI infrastructure. And one of the biggest consideration when you are building AI platform is building AI infrastructure, and the AI infrastructure requires a serious look at the storage, networking, and the AI data needs in building AI platform. Let me give you an example here. When you are building a high value neural network ecosystem, the traditional network attached storage, the NAS, might present scaling issues like input output latency. So you have to consider the AI infrastructure when you are building AI model. So the traditional storage, traditional networking, traditional scope options, you have to review it to be compatible with your needs when you are building AI models. And also, AI infrastructure should be designed to support massive data volumes like terabytes or petabytes, and also different types of data that like to match with and be compatible with many of AI applications. The data processing should be defined before building or sizing AI infrastructure. You have to know what type of data processing you will have and how AI applications will consume your data. So, for building sensor data applications in real time will be totally different than applications using the post processing or batching processing. So, you have to consider all of this when you are building AI platform, therefore, building AI infrastructure. And now the AI adoption has accelerated during the last couple of years, especially in COVID time, and this increased the rate of adoption to place a significant extra demand in computing resources as a CPU and a GPU based. And one of the critical thing for AI infrastructure, you have to get and size a sufficient compute resources from the CPU or GPU compute or GPU based infrastructure. And now deploying GPUs give like the data applications or AI applications give them the ability to optimize the data center infrastructure and to gain more power efficiency when building this kind of applications. And let me highlight here the hyperscalers offers some of infrastructure as a service based on GPU, and they give the organization or the AI teams the ability to use and develop, also implement AI applications and workloads without any shortage of or sacrificing of performance. But there is a lot of elements you have to consider if you build it by your own, and infrastructure providers or hyperscalers give you kind of, let's say, uh, offloading this headache from your team and to build it for you and make it a ready-made infrastructure to be consumed by AI engineers. And this elements you have to consider like the computing, the performance, storage capacity, networking, security, and the cost effectiveness in when you are building AI applications. Here we will review our, let's say, our building or our infrastructure, which is one of the leaders in AI infrastructure is NVIDIA. And NVIDIA introduced DGX A100. It's built on the Tensor Core GPU, and this is the third generation of DGX systems, and it's one of the universal system for AI infrastructure. And this features or this DGX featuring five betaflops of AI performance and excels all of AI workloads, analytics, training, and inference. And uh, these systems provide the users with the compute needed for the large scale training and optimization of deep neural network models, and also give you the compute needed for running AI workloads and data factory operations of training, testing, and inference. And using Rancher in this stage, try to accelerating building AI and ML on the top of NVIDIA DGX and to deliver this intelligent and AI powered applications. Also, in using a DGX A100, you can, for AI engineers, they can use the NVIDIA NGC software hub to access GPU optimized machine learning and deep learning applications. Also, to use a pre trained AI models to take advantage of this massive parallel processing capabilities. And now, Ahmed, you can explain more about Rancher part and the leveraging of NVIDIA DGX. The mic with you.
Thank you, Amr. And to be honest, it was a great experience personally to work with you and the team on the latest NVIDIA machines, the DGX ones. It was an interesting project. And we actually kind of proposed Rancher not only to orchestrate the container layer, but provide a sort of a control, centralized control plane to allow the scale of this platform moving forward according to the user consumptions and so on. And that was a key value that we discussed with the team that today Rancher would help you at scale. As Amro was referencing, that a lot of scenarios would, let's say, start with the POC at small scale, but eventually it will be struggle for some platform component that really cannot scale well to take the platform where it should be. And with Rancher, we managed to contribute to this part effectively. So we give them the control plane, the worker kind of horsepower, harnessing the power of those DGX to be able to build their a reliable, scalable AI platform in the organization. So you probably here have seen, and SUSECON have seen that slide we call our cube cake, representing Rancher value, where we focus more in making Kubernetes manageable, any Kubernetes, anywhere. And that was one of the values that we presented on that project, because we can take that not only inside the data center, but later on we can go beyond the data center capability at scale with maturity. So can you please move to the next slide? So we have been in discussion about what Rancher can offer, and the main focus with the team here was about not only what we can deliver out of the box and support, but actually the partnership and our key message to all our customers and partners that we wanted to unlock the potential of the cloud native landscape. So this is not an exclusive list of partners that we work with. It's just representation that we offer to our customer to get any CNCF project that makes sense for them and provide value for their use case. And we'll be more than happy to support that and integrate that with our kind of Rancher overall portfolio.
I think, Ahmed, that this portfolio is going, growing, okay, over time, and day by day, as the AI landscape growing, this portfolio also growing. Correct?
Indeed, and I remember when we started, we didn't have new vector earlier, and one of the core component that you mentioned on the platform is the security piece. And now we have a new vector, which is a container lifecycle management solution with unique capability that have a lot of kind of AI flavored operations and learning behavioral learning with zero trust capabilities. So definitely that is kind of a new add-on to our family, and we have been focused on increasing that coverage and expanding our services and value with such use cases. So I do recall when we started to, okay, we wanted for the skills part and the capacity part, we didn't want to introduce a new tool that they need, the AI and ML teams need to learn and go through it. And also in order to take that kind and offer it as a service, we didn't want to expose, let's say, Rancher as an interface, and people need to know what Rancher does and all of it. So instead, we were thinking of integrating that part with a kind of a self-service portal, where those users that they don't have to know about this layer just go and ask for their resources, and then we would leverage our extensive API capabilities to take these inputs, and then our automation tools and provisioning capabilities to push that and get that provision for them ready for them to consume as a service with the minimal learning and the minimal interaction with a new tool like SUSE Rancher or Kubernetes in general in that sense. So next slide, please. We will see with that model then what we're going to offer, how we can provision that. So we have been in discussion initially on that project. Shall we offer what kind of a multi-tenancy model that we can offer with Rancher? And we in that slide discussing kind of an isolated cluster, Kubernetes cluster as a service, where a certain user or a certain team would request a full cluster for that team. And with Rancher role-based access control, that's easily achievable. We integrate with the kind of the back-end authentication and allowing assigning some users certain roles and responsibility on a cluster level. And as we are progressing and understanding more about the capability and the cost associated with having a DGX nodes in the infrastructure, we decided that probably the next multi-tenancy model, which is namespace or project as a service that comes in the next slide, would be more suitable for that case. So knowing that we have a bunch of those very powerful nodes, we didn't want to split those across multi-cluster, at least at the initial phases of the project. We decided to use kind of a namespace or project-based architecture as a service, where we also apply those very powerful role-based access controls, allowing to assign certain namespaces to certain users with great breakdown, not only on the kind of authorization and authentication that they can offer and what rules they can do within the cluster, but we also started to look at the resource quota assigning, monitoring, and all of that, which was a very interesting output in that project. As we will see on the next slide, our quota resources initially, when we started that project, GPUs was not a part of the quota assignment that a user can or an admin of the cluster can assign to a certain namespace. But we took that as an input from the starting phase of that project, and today we are offering that as one of the kind of managed resources that you can control the quota part of it with those namespaces. So it was not only a learning for us on a personal level, we tried to get that feedback and reflect it on valuable features and capabilities that the platform can offer to other users as well.
Thank you, Ahmed, for this fruitful discussion and overview about Rancher and the capability of this amazing tool on the platform. And here we will discuss a kind of machine learning workflow. I think it will be kind of a technical thing for machine learning and AI engineers. Let me recap about what we discussed before Ahmed part. We discussed the AI strategy, AI platform definition, and the scoping of AI platform, building AI infrastructure, and now we will review the machine learning workflow. For your information here, you will build AI platform. You have to consider the machine learning workflow and workloads of AI when you are building the AI platform. Considering this machine learning pipelines is a very, very important part. One of the biggest challenges when we are working in machine learning or AI projects is knowing when the model development phase is complete. Because, like when you are working in building a machine learning model, attracting you to continue refining the model forever. You need to increase the accuracy a little bit and so on. So it will be an infinite loop, okay, in the model development phase. So you have to define the stopping criteria when you are in this phase.
I think especially for people who are kind of idealist or perfectionist, that would take forever.
Very, very important. And try to increase the accuracy, try to refining the model, optimization of model parameters. It's give you like you need the attraction, magnetic. You have to in this stage. Okay. So here the first step in the workflow is to define the business problem, and you have to define the information and the data you are trying to get out of this model. You have to define the problem, and you have to define what is the output of the model for you and why you need this output. You have to define the problem and define the data entering into the model, and then you have to define why you need this output from the model. So you will come to the next step, which is the data sourcing and the data preparation. You have to get the access for this data, building your data preparation steps. You have to uh, build your training data set, including the features and the target, and also preparing the data to be ready for the training, your testing, and the inference at the end. Then building your machine learning model. This is kind of developing phase here, using machine learning techniques and define if you have your own algorithm you have to build also, and to be ready integrate with the training data set you built in the previous stage. Then training the model and evaluating of this model, you have to consider this when you are building AI platform. AI platform should provide the AI engineer with the kind of services to train and evaluate the model. For example, you have to consider the accuracy metrics here. For example, considering the testing and the training split accuracy for each of them, and also overfitting, underfitting, bias, variance, all of these metrics you have to consider when you are providing AI platform. And also hyperparameters tuning, one of the evaluating techniques in the machine learning. You have to optimize the training process and tuning the hyperparameters of your model, and you also kind of data preparation or data wrangling capabilities you have to consider when you are building this AI platform also. And also integrating or combine, let's say merging multiple data sources in a single data source or a single data set is a very important, which is this feature already exists in any ETL tool or any data management tool. But when you are building AI platform and consider this feature will be a very, very added value to the AI engineers. Then deploying the trained model. In order to make this happen, you have to consider this in AI platform. You have to save your trained model using a different tool providing by the machine learning. For example, you have serializing of information or the model using a pickle file. So it should be considering in building AI platform. And the getting predictions phase or providing this service from AI platform, you should consider that end user or AI platform need to consume this model, need to get a new data to feeding the model and get the predictions in the future, and give him kind of visualizations, kind of assessment metrics uh, to evaluate these results. You have to consider this prediction or getting the predictions in building AI platform. And at the end, monitoring the predictions. You have to give the users ability to monitor the prediction. We build a model today, and this model should be consumed for 1 year. Okay, and you have give the users the ability to monitor the predictions monthly, for example, or quarterly. So this feature should be considered when you are building AI platform. At the end here, we reach our last station in our session today, which is the challenges when you are working with AI. One of the main challenges when working in AI and building AI platform is a selecting or selection of technology, which technology to use to meet AI strategy objectives, and to help the or to provide the business with the AI priorities for strategic and operational. And one of the biggest challenges also is to define what is the target intelligence performance metrics here, which performance metrics you will use after definition or determination of the AI technology. For example, what happened in the computer vision for the last 10 years. It's a evolution of building AI platform and building AI applications. The performance metrics in computer vision since 10 years is totally different than we are using it today, or what we are uh, putting the accuracy and what happened in the performance metrics of this application. And also uh, this challenge is related to the data, what the data strategy you are going to follow. It's decide what the performance metrics you will use, and by the way, the the connection between the data you have and the algorithm or the model you will use, and then the performance metrics you will use, is a very important, because sometimes your objective and business strategy and the I priority define a specific thing, and then the data strategy come on the table and change all of this based on the data availability and the critical challenges in the data. So you have to consider and combine, mix all of these parameters in one thing, and then go through building AI model. Then here, the second challenge is the third challenge is related to the cybersecurity, which are kind of adversarial attacks, which is kind of attacks that you can fool any deep learning model or any deep learning algorithm with a simple modification in the input signal. So cybersecurity in this area should have more attention in AI, because if you build, for example, face recognition, and then one of the cybersecurity attacks change the face signal to a specific thing, and they may fool this AI model you built. Okay, so you have to consider this threats and this cybersecurity attacks. At the end, when you are building AI, you have to be ethical or responsible, because there's a very important topic and one of the hot topic in building AI platforms or building AI applications, which is you have to avoid interrupting any of people privacy. You have to decide which data you need, and sometimes you need some of consent from the customers or your or users that you will use this 1 2 3 of their data. And also you have to make sure that AI is free of bias, like gender, culture, nationality, any kind of bias. You have to consider all of this. And this is mainly the four challenges that we wanted to highlight today. And now we finished our session, and I would like to thank you again for attending this session, and I hope that you enjoy it. And also feel free to reach us for any uh, more details or any clarifications about what we discussed today. And thank you, Ahmed, for hosting me and having this fruitful discussion and session with SUSE Rancher.
Thank you for sharing your insights, Amr. It was interesting and quite a learning experience for me personally, and I hope it adds value to our audience today. And looking forward to see you in the virtual networking space.
Sure. Thank you all. Thank you. Bye.